And we're live. Second take. Week 5. None other than Chris Piane in the building. Looking great. Look at that backdrop. Fantastic.
One and only. I just wanted to show you guys I got a good back. Nice. I'm living well, even though I'm 0-4 and on the borderline of fantasy football suicide. So I'm still doing well. This is, outside of that. But yeah, I'm doing all right. But
we're start of your career, right? I think
yeah.
so. I don't think I've never seen you start 0-2, just to say that.
Well, if you just look at 0-4 horrible, but if you also add the fact that I don't score any points, I'm the last team. I am the worst team in the league, but it's not just you've had a couple which I will say I think I have had a couple close weeks. I can make a case for being 2-2, but outside of that, the whole thing looks bad. So yeah. It is what it is. So.
No, it happens. Luckily, though, it's a long season, and there's the wild card to look forward to. I mean, this is your own form. I mean, you can win. You can knock 9 straight or whatever, and then you're in contention. It's just
honestly, I'm only 2 games back of a wild card, right? You just got to make the playoffs. That's it. You just got to get in.
Shout out to Big Mike. A lot of 2-2 teams.
That's the whole league's 2-2 right now.
It's kind of crazy.
Couple 3-1s, 1-1 3, 1-4. So. I'm 1 or 2 big injuries and a good, I don't think I'm going to dominate a week, but I could steal some weeks and then just got to get in the playoffs. That's it.
Absolutely. Well, let's get into this controversial trade that went down.
Oof. All right.
Got it right here for us. And not very big and flashy, but here it is. I sent Miles Sanders and Tyler Lockett for Jonathan Taylor.
I can read the text that I sent to you. If you'd like to.
No, that text was I actually explained that text to Mike and Tony in the car on the way to the basketball draft. And it was so funny to me. And I was like, this is a big moment for me. This is not something I would normally do. Taking advantage of somebody who needs depth.
You're not taking I disagree. I'm not taking it. You're not taking advantage of anybody. This is 2 GMs making decisions.
Yeah, you're missing. All right, so let me reinterpret what I'm saying. Taking advantage of somebody's situation where their team is not where they wanted to be depth-wise, and they wanted to maybe up a couple positions. Now, Mike claims he sent a better offer, as in CeeDee Lamb and Melvin Gordon. This was, of course, before the Javonte Williams injury, which I'm sure we'll get into. But Hannigan reached out to me and said, I prefer Miles Sanders as a better, he wanted a stronger running back versus receiver, where Mike was sending the better receiver and the weaker running back. He was looking for that type of trade. I got a lot of kickback from the league. A lot of people didn't say they weren't okay with it. And then as soon as Matt's poll went up, everybody went the other way. And I was like, okay, all right. So we're gonna push this trade out then. And, I just don't want. League. Of course, yeah, we're not a veto league. I completely agree with you.
We're not a veto league. We're all grown men here. We let you make your own decisions.
I still hear my only championship, 2013. I still hear crap about trading for Peyton Manning when he had the 52 touchdown season. I still get crap about that. And if I do win this year, it's gonna take a lot to do. But if I win this year and they're like, oh well, you got Jonathan Taylor, I don't want to hear it. I had an excellent draft. I performed very well.
All right, relax. All right. I will say I wouldn't want to be you right now in terms of you're going in every single week. So it's week 14. We're playing 17. So you got 13 more weeks of just nonstop pressure every single Sunday. Because now you don't feel it. Oh, all right.
No, my lineup, my starts are easy. No problem who I start. I feel like I got Deebo Samuel light and Curtis Samuel.
I will say I love that Curtis Samuel. But the problem is you got Curtis Samuel. You got to worry about getting hurt. Plus, you got Carson Wentz throwing to him. He's on my team. He's horrible.
No, he's not.
So you got to worry about that. Jonathan Taylor's hurt as we speak. If Jonathan Taylor, for some reason, re-aggravates this week 6, your team's not very good.
No, well, look, I know who Miles Sanders is. I know who Tyler Lockett is. I know who John Taylor is. I feel like, yes, of course. I mean, he can go down.
Great trade. 100%.
I think both GMs made a trade that they were in the best interest of their teams. That's how I'll leave it. It's fantastic. Danger is undefeated.
There's no way that trade is in best. That's a bad trade. We can all agree to that.
For both sides, or
just his side. Well, you're trading the number one draft pick,
I know we're
one,
still
right?
high in the draft picks.
Week 4, like this is the thing why I don't understand is like Indy just got a brand new quarterback. There's nothing to say that Matt Ryan's not going to figure it out, and Jonathan Taylor's going to have the exact same season he had last year once they figure it out. Like to not understand and be like, oh, I'm gonna give him a couple more. I'm pissed I traded Zeke because Zeke's value goes through the roof this week after that JT trade plus all those injuries. I'm like, oh, I could have gotten way more for Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, you could have.
And I guess I look at it as a bad trade because I know for a fact he could have gotten way more value for Jonathan Taylor.
And that's what Mike and Tony were saying in the beginning. And, but it is what it is. Trade is done.
It's done.
Shout out to, I'm a guy who doesn't trade, evidently. So shout out to me for getting on that list. I think we've had like four trades so far.
Pretty good.
I think you're part of 2 of them, though. Shout you out.
Maybe
Matt.
3.
Danger Matt, the only undefeated left. 4-0.
I love it.
What a year. Well, with that being said, let's get into these power rankings, huh? As it stands, Matt has jumped me for the number 1 spot. I know Downs thought it was impossible, but it happened. I am now 2. And Dave has won 3 straight. Shout him out.
Dave's looking solid. His running backs are coming alive, man. He's got that Chubb Eckler combo that's just been dominating the last couple of weeks.
Might be the number 1 twosome in the league. I know there's a threesome out there that was pretty good. You had a good, well, on paper, you had one of the better threesomes at the beginning of the year, but unfortunately,
hey, you gotta play the game.
Gotta play the game. Nate has surprised people. There was a lot of slander spoken from Joe last week on Second Take saying Nate wouldn't win a game moving forward.
2-2. The whole league's 2-2. So,
I mean, look where Joe's at. Look where Nate's at. But then again, Joe has 3 titles. I just, what am I supposed to say? There's not much that guy can say whatever he wants. I feel like until somebody matches him.
Joe can't say anything. All right, worst Second Take guest of all time. All right.
I love having him on. Jesse, dub last week too, moving up 5. The champ, winning as well. Both the Hannigans did lose last week. They dropped. I'm sorry, both the Ryans, Ryan Hannigan and Downs. Yeah, both Ryans. Joe moving to 9, or falling to 9, excuse me. Xavier moving up to 8. He jumped up pretty high, beating me. So, and then of course our bottom 4 here. I think Danny is the best team. If you look at Danny's team, we're gonna get into it a little later. Danny's team, a lot of like star players. As long as they stay healthy, I think he's gonna be just fine. I think he's gonna be a contender. Mikey, on the other hand, is having to do a lot of work. Some of these picks didn't work out. Tony and you battling. You talked about it in the beginning of the episode. You know where your team's at and what you have to do. Is there another move to be made?
Oh, there's always movies to be made. I'm looking. I'm always trying something. I'm a little annoyed that I unload. I feel like looking back, I should have waited for those trades. But what are you gonna do? We'll see what happens. It's early. It's early.
It is so early. That's why I'm not saying the league's over. I've won the league. I mean, it's too early to even say that. I mean, somebody can go down tomorrow, and it's like, what it's a long season.
Lamar Jackson goes down. It's a whole different. Anybody?
Yeah, what quarterback?
Guys on your team.
Can we talk about the week? I mean, there is nobody out there at quarterback, huh?
I'm currently sitting on Tua, who's hurt. Actually, it might be crippled somewhere in a hospital in Miami. Yeah. And Carson Wentz. So, yeah, there's no quarterbacks out there. Everybody's stashing up. I've sent quarterback trades. I've been sending trades out for second-tier quarterbacks. Like, there's guys in the league that, like, have clear-cut starters. Like, there's no way you're not starting these guys, but you're still jumping. You got 2 quarterbacks. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Well, I'm sure I'll find them. I'll find them out there when we look.
No, I mean, like, we'll go. That's a good segue. Let's get into the waiver wired segment here. I mean, look right here. It flashes a screen for you. Kenny Pickett, $5.
What?
To Mikey. I mean,
yeah,
that's where we're at right now.
I was thinking about picking him up, but I wasn't spending. I thought, I'm gonna go pick him up Wednesday after for free. Like, I didn't think anybody's picking Kenny. Come on.
All right, but let's get to the start. This pickup was actually at the end before Sunday week 4. Rashad Penny, $20 to Tony. What an ad! He went off last week. I don't understand the drop by Ryan Downs.
I was gonna say that was a quick turnaround. I don't know what Ryan's thinking, but he's a mad scientist, so maybe he knows something we don't know.
I know maybe he's thinking long term with Kenneth Walker, and he's like, we'll try Penny to do a little bit now, but I don't think Ryan expects him to put up those points like they did. But
No,
Tony's ecstatic, and he says he's available. Of course, I mean, why wouldn't he be?
obviously.
All right, obviously with the Javonte news, Danger Matt 4-0 dropped $19 on Mike Boone, running back out of Denver. There's actually two running backs there that are going to participate. Latavius Murray, who had a pretty good game last week, got signed off the practice squad to Denver, and Xavier adds it for $12. What do
How
you think
many?
that
So we
situation?
got. Is there a possibility that there's gonna be 3 Denver running backs started this week? Like, where are
I
you spending money?
in
Like, who are we
fantasy,
getting in fantasy football? What are we doing?
I know. I do think Melvin's going to get the work.
And I agree until he fumbles at the one. Yeah, but you
Right.
know,
Again,
he had a decent year. Like the only reason he didn't get drafted higher is because the hype around Javante.
Javonte, the
But
ESPN hype was way too high.
yeah, it was so high. So I think there's a possibility Mike, really won with that injury. So we'll see.
And that's all Mike was really missing was that RB, right? He took 4 receivers,
Yep.
so I mean, shot him
Yep.
out. Yeah, and then Xavier also added the Miami Dolphins defense for $5. Greg Joseph, my kicker, for $1, who screwed me on my parlay, missed that extra point. Unbelievable. I added Caleb Huntley, running back out of
Okay.
Atlanta, $11. No Cordell Patterson, injured. Shout out to Tony again.
All
There's
right.
another guy there as well, Tyler Algier, who I was a bigger fan of than Caleb Huntley, but they both
I
believe they're
think
going to get work.
okay. We'll see.
Tennessee Titans defense, I also added them this week, dropped the Bears. I don't like the Bears at Minnesota. I think, I just don't like it. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I think Allen's going to have a day. I think Justin Jefferson's going to have a day. Don't want to
Yeah.
be
I don't
any
want
part of
to.
that defense in fantasy.
Nope.
Kenny Pickett, of course, who spoke on it to Mikey. And then Joe picked up the old favorite, Will Disley, tight end out of Seattle, $4. There's a lot of tight ends in Seattle that have been fantasy relevant.
Almost every position besides wide receiver. So that says where the league's at. We got running backs, defense, kickers, quarterbacks, tight ends. We're all over. Everybody needs a little bit of something, it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was a pretty good one. It was a pretty good one. I was pretty excited with this one. $77 spent week 5 seems about right. Seems about
Pretty
average.
good. We'll
Yeah.
see how it goes. Going forward, it's got to start dwindling, right? There's not much. It's slim pickings on the free agent list right
It's
now.
tough. And it's just like, could you imagine when we went 16?
Oh, like Geno Smith, Cooper Rush. Like, who are we even looking at?
Cooper Rush would probably start. Yeah. If an injury happened like this.
Rex Buckhead. Like, all right.
God. Oh God. All right. Let's keep it rolling though. We're flying here. Let's do last week's results. Bring up my matchup right here. This one hurt a lot.
Oh, this was beautiful. I love this so much.
1.36.
You get this because you sent that ridiculous fucking
Paul.
yeah, dude, pull it back a little bit. The arrogance is high. Like, I'm gonna put this on blast for the whole league. Like, who do you think you are right now? I'm so glad it happened. Instant karma, like instant.
27. That's all we needed out of him.
Only 27. Only 27. Who are you talking? Like, I remember I'm praying for 27. I'm like, I need this. You're like, it might happen. I hope so.
Obviously, the Lamar had a bad game. He had a couple of picks. Which of course made Andrews look bad. But shout out to Xavier. I did the unthinkable, beat me. Nobody took him last week. I'm happy for him. Happy for him. Jesse, another L here to Joe. Joe's team kind of went off. Damian Pierce is real.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's early, but yeah, he's looking good. Mike Evans coming back with a little bit of a revenge game, but that's a little scary. You never want to see a 0 with a tight end, especially one as a high caliber as Schultz. It's nice to see Daryl Mooney going off, though. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad he's going off for somebody.
He doesn't need to get off your team, and then he would start performing.
Right?
It does feel bad when Christian McCaffrey, your number one pick, puts up the same amount as Damian Pierce. It just feels a little unfair. But I think Jesse's problem is quarterback. Losing Dak, it's really affected him.
Well, you also got to look. Jesse is Jesse starts Adam Thielen because he kind of has to, and he's probably not. and he got 15 from him. So like, I think Jesse's got a little bit to worry about. I think because who else
I
he
agree.
start? You know,
No
JD
St.
McKissick.
Brown.
No, yeah. If they come back, but
Yep.
is Detroit real? By the way, like Detroit's been putting up.
Offensively,
Are they like is this something that's really going on right? Like no, they had who was out last week? St. Brown and who's their running back? I'm blanking right now.
oh, DeAndre Swift. Yeah.
Both out, and they still put up a ridiculous, still putting up points. So
I would
maybe.
always take their over. That's how I feel moving forward. I'm just gonna take the over because they're just gonna
Oh
put up
yeah,
points. They don't quit. That just says Dan Campbell. That's the head coach, right? They don't quit. They never
they're
quit.
eating kneecaps or something like that. So he said, yeah.
Yeah,
Dan Campbell's nuts. All right,
Dan
who are
Campbell is
next?
insane. How about Danny and
Oh,
right downs here?
young Daniel. This is best case scenario, right? He's going off.
Look at his team though. This is what I was talking about in the beginning of the episode. Look at these superstar. Now, of course, Josh Jacobs not putting up 34-5. That's not happening.
Dude, Josh Jacobs been having a year right now. He's been all of a sudden he's a real running back.
He was seeing so much fade. People, I
Yep.
think he slipped heavy again. He slipped last year.
He was, the David Johnson. Like he's gonna give you
Yeah.
10 points. He might score a touchdown, maybe, but even if he does, 10 points max every time. And this year, nah, pretty good. See if J.K. Dobbins can hold up. But yeah, with Tyreek, Debo, I'm not a fan of the Kittle Samuel mix right there because they're taking away from each other. But Samuel's getting rushes, so that offsets that. So yeah,
I don't.
Buffalo Bills defense.
Yes.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Mayer hitting 16. Like, I mean, what a day for Danny. I agree with you. I don't like Kittle. I don't like Kittle as a fantasy tight end. He's a blocking tight end, but he had a couple good years. Like, that's a running team, man. I don't believe in it. The only reason why Debo's so great is because he gets carries out the backfield. Like, Ayuk is cool, but it's like you're never getting 20 out of him. It's 12, 15 at best. And like I can't name another receiver for them. It's a running team. It's what Shanahan does. But on the other side, looking at Ryan's team, of course you expect more out of Chase. That's kind of low. And then I think Downs is going to see a lot of issues this year at tight end. I don't think he's ever going to get it straight.
Nope.
I just don't think it's part of his. I mean, he wasn't one of the first. I mean, there was that tight end run. He was on the other end of it, so he didn't really get a chance to take one. But in the second round,
Juju starts getting some passes. Juju's been looking bad for how good Casey's been just clicking along, and he has done nothing.
It's like an even mixture. It's just Kelsey really who's done like the most. I mean, there's like the other guys. It's on and off with who scores and who gets the ball, and it's
just spreading it around.
Hard to predict. This was our game of the week, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Danger Matt's team, not a lot of points here, but was good enough to take down Mike. Melvin Gordon minus 2.2. You won't see that again this season.
I don't think so. Well, we hope not. But we'll see. I think Mike got a diamond in the rough with Gerald Everett. So I think but he's got to figure out. I talk to Mike almost weekly about him. Like, you need a running back, dude. What are you doing? You need a running back.
You cannot rely on AJ Dillon. I don't think, unless there's an injury.
I'm high on AJ Dillon. I think AJ Dillon will offset with catches, and I think he'll be fine. But Melvin Gordon, and then you got Scary Terry that hasn't been looking good at all since he got paid. And you're assuming CD's just going to continue to do well when Dak comes back, whenever that is, week 6, 7.
I kind of feel like I should have jumped. I mean, you tried to offer Zeke to me, and I was like, I think that offense gonna be bad, and they haven't been like awful. Like Cooper Rush moves the ball, and that's what's good. CD's just talented. I mean, CD had one bad game, then the other two have just been great since the injury. But I agree with you. I think Mike knows about Gerald Everett. He understands the Chargers tight end situation. He was talking him up before the season, but for Matt losing Javonte Williams, this now means Breece Hall and Devin Singletary's show. Hillard is like the PPR guy. You remember Deion Lewis, your guy Deion Lewis? It's kind of, but he's a bigger back, but he kind of does that role for them. TJ Hockenson on the bench, that's just crazy. 39.9.
Well, Higbee's been having a year, so we'll see. Matt, I think is he going to win this week? I don't know.
Maybe he can. I know. I think the 4-0 dream might be dead.
We might be no more undefeated teams.
It's kind of scary. Both Ramirez brothers got a dub. Dave, big game. Russ showed up. And you talked about it. Look at that running back tandem. Oh, my goodness.
Yep, 50 points. Travis Kelce doing Travis Kelce things. that Herbert pickup looks fucking great. He's a
I
little weak at
know.
wide receiver, just a touch, but
Olave's nice. I like Olave, but is it reliable? Is that what you're saying? I kind of feel you. I
yeah,
think Thomas is
same
out right
thing.
now.
Thomas is out, and
Jameis,
Kamara hasn't played either, so we'll see. But if you're getting what was you get 60, 65 from your running backs,
who cares?
I'll take that every week.
No, I agree. I agree. And then Hannigan's team. Oh, I don't know. Marquise Brown was good, but I mean, DeAndre Hopkins is going to come back. What does that do? T. Higgins has just been. T. Higgins is Hannigan's guy. Hannigan has been with T. Higgins for the past 3 years. This guy is an amazing receiver, an amazing talent. Wearing number
Oh yeah.
85 over there for the Cincinnati Bengals. I continue to see that 25 every week, 20 every week for that guy, unless obviously injury.
See, this is the thing. If I remember correctly, I talk shit about Ryan Hannigan's team every year, and I think
Yep.
we all do. And
Yes.
it's a not so hidden joke that some of his draft picks are ridiculous, but at the end of the day, he wins games.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He makes everyone say, "Shut the fuck up! I'm winning games." So
Last year,
hopefully,
9-4 took his division. Like
yeah.
he means business. That's what I'm saying. Young Wei Koo, he's got. I'm not putting him out. And
The
if
thing is,
Odell
with
comes back,
Hannigan's the most focused at every single draft. I'll give him that. Every
yes.
draft, he is next level statistics. He's got 6 laptops going, I think. He's on his phone. He's doing a bunch of stuff. So I'm not going to count him out, but it doesn't look good on paper, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Nate, big victory over Tony. Another great running back tandem on his team, Henry and Barkley.
Looking great. Does Aaron Rodgers figure it out and start playing real well?
I don't think
Maybe.
so. Their running team too. I think he's saying like the rapport between his receivers gets better throughout the year, and then playoff time he's like ripping it up 30 again, 40, 20, 30 points a game.
Their defense is decent. They're just going to be winning these like 24 to like 16 games, something like that. But yeah, Danny's a little weak at wide receiver. Like Metcalf is hit or miss, I think. Drake London's been hit or miss. Devontae Smith, same thing, hit or miss. So you hate to see those he's got what? Danny's got a boomer bust team for sure.
Yeah, no, like the Cordell Patterson injury is going to hurt him. Tony, yeah, no, you got it. But he's got good running back depth now after the trade. I think Dalvin's going to do better.
Tony. Yeah,
but you're right. You're right. His receivers, Amari. So this is the thing about Amari Cooper, and shout out to my cousin on Nancy's side, Jesse. He said Amari Cooper, great at home, bad away, has terrible splits, and you got to respect that. And I think I'm going to start benching him moving forward. And maybe that's some knowledge for Tony. I think he did mention that to Tony. Yeah. Well, if you look at his stats from last year, look, I'm serious. See those splits? It's real. And I don't get that. I really don't get that. But shout out to Nate. What a victory. And this was your guys' matchup. I mean, whoa.
Look at this.
Look at these quarterbacks. Unbelievable. 4.06 you guys combined for at quarterback.
Yeah, not good.
James, -1. That's an outlandish start, don't you think?
I thought it was outlandish. I think he had to do it. He had an injury.
He had no choice. Yeah, he had no choice. He could have put Benjamin, I guess, at flex and our double tight end here. But look at these zeros. Like, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's not good. But, looking positive. Zach Ertz still having a good year. Fournette finally getting into the end zone, but also -3 rushing yards. So, you got to take what you can get.
No, and I shouted you out on one of the second takes when you made that trade. I was like, so clearly Piane feels Zach Ertz is going to be better than Goddard throughout the year. This guy's not. He took 2 tight ends for a reason on draft day to move one. You were playing the board, but yeah, Julio's going to come back. Keenan Allen's going to come back. Kamara's going to come back. Your team's going to look a lot different. That Matt Collins game, pretty good a couple weeks ago.
We'll see. Lottery pick. I don't know. I'm not. With Burks getting hurt, Robert Woods should get a couple more passes his way. We'll see if Tannehill can figure it out. But, yeah, we'll see. We just need – the team just got to play. Kamara hasn't played suited up since week 1. Same with Keenan Allen. This is going to be a second-half team. That's what we're hoping for.
No, absolutely. Do you want to try your knowledge out for who we play for?
All right, give it a shot.
Let's do it.
Rapid fire me. Let's do speed round. Shout out to
Who
me. What's
he
up?
play for? All right, Piane. Justin Jackson. He does not play for these Chargers.
Justin Jackson.
And if you would like a hint,
I don't need a hint. Washington Redskins. Always gonna be Redskins to me. What's up? Controversial opinion.
He plays for the Detroit Lions. Lions. He actually scored a touchdown in that crazy game.
Nice.
Demarcus Robinson, former.
Is he a Bear? Is this a Chicago Bear?
No.
Nope.
AFC.
I don't know. No clue. Miami Dolphins?
Baltimore Ravens.
Okay. All right.
It's kind of crazy. And this is somebody the Bears could have used, I feel like.
Really?
Tight end.
I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks.
How about the Tennessee Titans? He did play for the Seattle Seahawks, though.
Oh, okay. That was close.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
0 for 3. Not even close.
All right. And now we have the new segment here, the Parley Minute.
Oh, God.
Welcome in. I know you're not a fan of the parlays. I think you once quoted, "This is the new slot machine for man."
I will, if I could just take the next minute to just talk shit about all of you guys gambling ridiculously. Like, come on, we all know no one's making money here. Come on, how much you guys throwing into this?
Mikey's making money. So Mikey, can I defend a couple of us? We all have a budget.
Okay.
For
Let's hear it.
No, I think Mikey said it was a couple grand.
Hey, however you gotta rationalize your gambling habits. I don't care, but like, there's reasons that gambling was illegal for so long. Like, it's clearly addictive. Like, this is not good. Get off of it. Get off of the FanDuel, guys. Come on, stop with all the gambling. I know nobody's gonna like this. I'm gonna get so much shit for it, but like, get the fuck. What are you doing? I don't gamble at all. I don't spend $1.
Yeah, I know,
what are we doing? Just throwing darts at a board. Like, here we go. I'm gonna make some money. Ridiculous fucking eight leg parlays. Come on.
The worst part is when the player gets hurt and there's nothing you can do and your parlay just broke. But let's start with the Thursday night game. And maybe you don't have to just say what you think here, whether they're gonna win, lose, whatever. Denver is home against Indiana. I am taking the -3. I'm taking the win and the win by at least a field goal.
All right.
You think that's doable?
No, I'm taking Indiana.
Really?
Okay. This is the I'm taking Indiana, sure. I'm not agreeing with you.
Well, come on. If there's no Jonathan Taylor, you still feel that way?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, boy. I think total points, I think it'll be under 42.5.
Okay.
I think Sutton will have a 61-yard game, receiving at least. I think he's going to score over 60 receiving yards. I think Gordon will get 50 rushing yards, and he will score a TD this game. I wish I could bid on a fumble because I think that will happen as well. But I can't.
All right. Those all seem realistic. But...
Absolutely. How about the London game? Are you watching the London games in the morning?
No, I'm not getting up that early. Who's in London this time?
It is the New York Football Giants at the Green Bay Packers.
At the Green Bay Packers.
It's their home game.
I feel like it's got to be the toughest one to bet on because you have no idea, right? Who knows how the travel is going to affect him? I'm staying away from the London game.
Okay, so you stay away. So Piane's saying stay away here. I think the New York Giants. I'm going to take them plus 10.5. I think they're going to cover 10.5. So there's no way Green Bay blows them out. We talked about it earlier. I don't think they're scoring them 30, 40 points anymore. So I'm going to take them plus 10.5. I like the under this game, 41.5. There's a theme here on the unders. I don't think a lot of teams are scoring yet. I like A.J. Dillon to have 41 rushing yards. I like Saquon Barkley to rush for at least 61. And I like Lazard to have 40 receiving.
Okay.
Let's move to a couple Sunday games that I like. I like Minnesota -7. That is -110 for odds. I think Minnesota has a good chance of beating up the Bears pretty bad. I think they're going to win by at least a touchdown. Tennessee money line. minus 138. I think it's really good odds for us right now. I think Tennessee's going to win. Tampa Bay minus 9. They are at home against Atlanta. They got pretty embarrassed on Monday night, did they not?
Who got embarrassed?
The Chiefs embarrassed them.
Tennessee, right? Or
No. Tampa Bay. Chiefs definitely embarrassed Tampa Bay on Monday night. So I think might see a little revenge game. I don't think Tom does that where he loses 2 in a row.
I don't know. I feel like this is we're seeing the end. Like clearly, I think Tom Brady realizes he should have stayed. He just lost Giselle.
Yeah.
I think unless he comes back pissed, he's just super angry, and he's just going to be angry old horny Tom. That's what we're going to get the second half of the season. Or he's super depressed and he's like, it's just bad. Like we're talking bad, but we'll see. We'll see.
Absolutely. And then just round this out. I like the Chargers money line this week. I like Philadelphia on the road against Arizona favored. I don't think Philly's going to lose a game for a little while here. I think Dallas is their next hard matchup. I like the Philadelphia Eagles moving forward.
Okay.
Big fan. And then just to round it out here, the Sunday night game I don't really have listed here, but it's Cincinnati at Baltimore, so that's going to be fun to watch for me. I like Baltimore to win this game. They're only favored by -3, which is just a field goal. And I think it's going to be over 43.5 points. There's going to be a lot of points scored in this game, but I could be wrong. Monday night though, the Las Vegas Raiders are at Kansas City. They're in Arrowhead.
I like that's a
high scoring.
I think it's high scoring, and that's a game I think Oakland wins because that just makes sense in my head for some reason.
Okay, they had a big win last week. I'm taking Kansas City 7.5. I think they win by more than a touchdown. I like both the QBs to throw for their overs. If it's 273 for Derek Carr, maybe not, but at least 240, 250 at both these quarterbacks throwing. Like you said, high scoring game. Devontae Adams, 71 yards, easy. And I think I am on the complete opposite. I think the double result for this game, I think it's going to be Kansas City win the first half and the second half.
Okay.
It's been fun. You're right, though. Definitely fantasy or betting awareness, guys. Don't be putting the mortgage up.
Don't be putting the more relax, right? Like think about these things. $100 9-leg parlays, like the odds. What are we doing?
What are we
doing? But I will say, I will be honest with everybody. I'm a natural born loser, so I don't win. So I'm bitter. That's my bias, and I got no problem talking about it.
No, absolutely. All right. Well, you want to do his predictions? Something maybe you do feel more confident betting on.
Way more.
Yes. You can look at these fantasy teams. You can determine the outcomes. Here we go. We'll start with my matchup. Oh, actually, no. This is going to be game of the week. We'll come back to this one. We'll start with Mike's matchup. He is playing. Downs, you can change your name back, by the way. It was only for 1 week. But I appreciate the showmanship. Mike is playing Ryan Downs, both 2-2. We talked about it. What do you like here? What players do you see? Who will be the biggest player in this game? Who's going to score the most points, you think? Devontae Adams?
Who I think is going to score the most points? I think if Downs got a chance to win, it's got to be somebody from Cincinnati. It's either got to be Burrow or Chase. That makes sense to me. Who might take? I'm taking Downs here actually. Sorry, I feel if we think that game Sunday night's going to be a good game, I think I like those late games. I don't know why. And he's got all of them. He's got two late Sunday games. And he's got 2 Monday night games, late afternoon games. Yeah, I'm taking Downs for sure.
I feel the same way. There's no lead that's safe when you have those night games. You're like, anything can happen. And then you're like, of course
anything can happen.
And it's agonizing. Yeah, I think Mike's has one guy going Monday, and it's just Devontae Adams, and it's going to be Devontae Adams versus both the Kansas City players.
I'm a little worried about Melvin Gordon. Short week coming against Indiana, who's got a pretty decent defense, and he's either Gordon right now is hit or miss. He's either gonna have -2 or he's gonna put up 20. So we'll see.
Nothing in between. All right, we're both taking Downs here. Sorry, Mike. That's unfortunate. Ryan Hannigan is playing Joe, and this is a pretty balanced matchup. I guess he's technically not favored according to NFL.
Barely,
I personally, I'm taking Joe here.
Taking Joe.
I like his
Just a-
running backs. Do I think Miles Sanders and Tyler Lockett are going to tear it up this week? Maybe that's a little bit where I'm thinking no, and
well,
I'm rooting
my
against them. Is that bad?
I don't know. My logic, like my fantasy logic, says Joe's gonna win, but my gut feeling is I'm going with Ryan. Just
I
pure
like it.
gut. I have
I
no
like it.
evidence, and I can't look at one game and be like, I think he's gonna win. I don't know, but I'm going with gut. He's gonna pull this off, and I'm either gonna go crazy and say Ryan might have the top scoring team this week.
Whoa,
No reason.
putting
Yeah,
that
that's what I'm
stamp
gonna
on him. Whoa,
putting that because I think this is gonna be a shut up game. I trust in
yes.
Ryan Hannigan. I don't know why. I have nothing to believe in, but
I
I
think
think
he felt a little
I don't know.
disrespected with all that backlash on the trade.
Yeah,
He's like, I know what I'm doing. You know,
we're gonna find out. Hopefully this week.
he did lose the Ryan Bowl this year, unfortunately, but maybe he gets one here, like you said. How about Nate playing Jesse? Nate is favored, big time.
Yeah, I like until I think like we gotta also look at Nate's team. Derrick Henry hasn't even done Derrick Henry things yet. Like it's still
Not yet.
early, but not yet. And I think until both of those running backs can be slowed down a little bit, I think I'm gonna take Nate.
I
You know?
agree. I'm also rolling with Nate here. There's some question marks on Jesse's
Yep.
side. Quarterback is still a problem. I just can't get behind Mariota. I mean, it's the rushing yards, but the passing's not there
Yeah.
for fantasy. You know, I would think I'd rather start, and this is crazy. I'd rather start Justin Fields than Marcus Mariota,
Oof.
and that's kind of where I'm at. And that could be wrong, but it's bad either way you look at it. How about
I agree.
Xavier playing Danny this week? Xavier coming off a big win, not favored here.
No, I think you gotta roll with Danny's team this week.
Yes.
I think keep it. I think he's hot. The guys he's got on his team are doing well. He's got a couple cues, but we'll see who he throws in that flex spot or if he's gonna keep
They'll play.
Landry.
My question is, when is Donovan Peoples-Jones going to get a start, Danny? What is it going to take to get him out in the lineup?
Give it a shot.
Give it a shot. I agree, though. Xavier's team is strong. Jamal Williams had a big week last week. Do I think that's going to happen again at New England? It's possible. Probably not going to happen. But I don't like Michael Carter. He's just hit with a little bit of the injury bug right now, and Hopkins is not coming back for a bit, unfortunately.
Yep.
Mikey is playing Matt. We talked about this. This was a trap game, right?
I think so.
Chase Edmonds only projected 6 points. What's going on there? That's crazy.
Yeah, we Mike with the classic the double tight end start. I see.
I mean,
I love to see it, Matt.
Hockenson puts up all those points. How do you not start him? And he must believe in Higbee, like you said. No Mike
in Higbee
on a short week.
Does he lock it? See, like this is what I'm talking. He's got Kyler Murray and Jared Goff. Jared Goff's the number one fantasy quarterback in the league, I think, right now.
And he's never going to start him. How about?
And he's not going to start him.
That Kenny Pickett ad. What is this? You got Trevor Lawrence. What do you need?
That one, it makes more sense to me. You know, are you not starting Kyler Murray? I guess that week, bye week. But other than that, like,
why do you need Goff?
Yeah, Kenny Pickett especially the Lawrences look good, but that one makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. As much as I think this is a trap game, I feel like Matt might be all right.
Yeah, Matt's definitely looking favored to win this game. Is Pitts fine? Maybe Pitts does something here. I'm gonna roll Mikey. You're gonna take Matt.
I'm gonna lock in. I'm going back. I think Mikey's going. I'm taking Mikey.
We love it. We love to see it. Little love for Mikey. All right, how about your matchup?
Oh gosh, who am I playing? Ooh, I got a shot this week. I think. I got a shot.
The slander on his name. No, I think you do.
No slander. He's 13th. What do you mean? This is the best
He's
shot
right there with me.
This is no slander at all. This is just facts. All right.
Penny getting the start on the other side. Wow.
What's the projection say?
Kamara's gonna play, right? Yeah.
Dude, who knows? I don't know. I don't know if Kamara's gonna play. I don't know if Keenan Allen's gonna play. Like, if Keenan Allen plays, he's got to be like my projection goes up because he should be projected more than 6 points. But if he doesn't play, I don't know, man. My problem is I'm playing the Russian roulette with these fucking running backs at the flex position. Kareem Hunt gonna go off. Tyler Pollard gonna go off. Tony Pollard. None of them are gonna go off. One of them's gonna go off.
You can't put. I don't think you can start Pollard here.
Probably no.
I like your starting
not.
lineup right now. Wentz is Tennessee. They're gonna blitz him a lot. I feel like. I picked him up for a reason, but I mean, what else?
I'm not confident. I said this before we started this, dude. I think right off the top of my head, I think grand total through week 4, my quarterbacks have gotten me under 30 points, maybe under 20. Like, it is that bad. So, like,
Not easy.
at this point, if a quarter gets me 10 points, I got to be happy at that point. Like, I'm just shooting to get 100. Like, that's my goal. Just, boys, get to 100, and then we'll worry about wins next week. Just
Yeah,
get to 100 this week.
so you got to take yourself out of respect, right?
Obviously. Yeah.
I'm going to take Tony though. I think the quarterback differential, like you said, Mahomes is just going to put up a 40 piece. I feel like, man.
Yeah. Dalvin Cook's gonna go off. Yeah, this could be bad.
This could be a
Amari
really
Cooper
bad one. 0-5
is at home. You just told me how Amari Cooper only does good at home. Oh wait, look. Oh yeah, he's home this week.
Home.
That's great.
He's home.
Of course he is.
I got him in the Aspen League, so I'm starting him. I'm starting him right up. 0-5 start for you, maybe? Oh, scary.
Yeah, I'd be really upset if I go 0-5 and the 2 guys I traded him put up like 50 on me. That'd be fucking great.
That's not gonna happen.
Awesome.
That's not gonna happen. How about our game of the week though?
Yeah.
3-1 playing 3-1. 3-game winning streak for my guy Dave. And it's gonna be stopped right here.
You think so?
We don't need Taylor this week. Jeffrey Wilson is going to be a great start. I expect Miles Sanders numbers. This is what what's uncomfortable here is the tight end matchup. I'm not advantaged, and I usually look for that, taking a tight end that high. Curtis Samuel, I'm pretty sure is going to play. If he can't go, I mean, I'm not going to tell you who it's going to be, but it's probably a receiver. We'll find out. And my special teams has just been so lagging this year. We got the number 4 kicker in the league.
You, dude, you're worrying about special teams. Nobody on the league wants to hear about you bitch about your special teams here. All right, so I'm going to just interrupt you. I'm going to say I'm going with Dave. All right, I think Dave's going to win. You never want to see. I hate Thursday. Everyone hates Thursday games, right? Am I the only one? I hate.
Oh, it's not fun.
Quarterback. No, you don't want to see he's got 2 guys going on Thursday, so we'll see. But like we said at the beginning, until Eckler and Chubb, like that could be, like we said, Herbert, he could be putting up 60 plus 70 with his running back. So until that stops, I'm taking it. But you got Cooper Kupp and.
That's 25 every week.
I'm starting to get a little worried about Robinson. I think he might have, blew his load a little bit early. And then what do? Jeff Wilson, you gonna slip in Michael Taylor there or Michael Gallup?
It might be Gallup over Samuel if he can't play, but it's Samuel the rest. Debo Samuel light.
What else you got?
Yeah, we can go down. Tyler Boyd they have him involved for like all these random touchdown plays. It's pretty impressive watching Cincinnati play. I like Tyler Boyd. Haven't dropped him yet. That was a guy I was looking at to drop. Like I like Elijah Moore. I mean, I'll gush about my bench players all day. Don't get me started. They're not available either.
I like him. I was gonna drop him, but I like him. I like him a lot.
Getting all these touchdown chances. Like if you want a anytime touchdown parlay, throw my guy Tyler Boyd in there. You might get one. No, of course. David coming back this week. We'll have to find out, huh? Because Herbert, I think you're right, though. Herbert's still going to have a role, probably 50-50 at this point when David comes back. I think Herbert's going to see a lot.
Oh, yeah. He'll get third down for sure.
And they were giving him third quarter. They just gave him the whole third quarter in the beginning of the season. So, yeah, kind of disappointed we didn't draft him as a league. We should have probably took him. I mean, that's hometown. We should have known better, huh?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, taking myself. You're taking Dave.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's go back to full screen here and close it out for the hotline. Once again, love that backdrop. You can't do better than that.
Very nice, right?
0-4.
Yeah.
On the season. It hurts to see it, especially somebody of your caliber. It's been a little unfortunate, a little bit unlucky. 1-8, though, has done it. Finals. Shout out to Xavier. So I don't think anybody's out of it by no means. It's still early. But if there's a move, what position is it that you're going to go get? You think receiver?
This is the thing. I'm not unhappy with my team going forward if players start to play. My big philosophy is like you guys I want my floor to be 15 a game. I think every guy on my team can get 50 a game. That's all I need. And then one guy goes off. So I like my team going forward. Obviously, I'll trade anybody. You know me. We'll see what Kamara does. I can't get any value for him right now. I can't get any value for Keenan Allen. So I don't know what's out there.
Kamara's available. Sure, you could. I got guys.
You go. Oh, here you go. Everyone's got
Tyler Boyd.
Taylor just got traded for nothing, so everyone's available. Clearly, there's no untouchables, right? Everybody's available.
No, my
But
untouchables are Lamar Jackson and my tight end Mark Andrews. Those are my untouchables.
Okay, that's
But
it.
no, absolutely. The middle of the draft this year, right? You said 7 or 8. Did you play to the board too much? You think you try to take advantage of your neighbors a little bit and kind of got away from your strat?
My strategy was out the door probably after round 3, and I it was miserable the whole time. Like my whole what did me was drafting behind Xavier on the second come through. I think it was around 4 or 5. Wherever Allen went, I'm like, this is it. If I get Allen, I think my team is amazing. I just needed, but he scooped him up two picks before me. We had the same strategy. It wasn't. I didn't have a good draft. I'm not gonna be honest. I'm not happy. That's why I'm making the moves I'm making. So hopefully I can continue to turn things around. But at this point, you just gotta pray, right? What else you gonna do?
I completely agree with you. I am not a fan of drafting next to Xavier. It is tough because he kind of thinks like you. You know, there's certain gyms that have the same kind of strategy or roster composition that you like, and you don't want to be near them. You know,
No.
I'm on board with that. Me personally, I knew that I wanted Mark Andrews and Lamar Jackson, and I said if I can make that happen, I was really afraid he might go sooner. I felt the same way about you with the quarterbacks, but I was like, Josh is not even off the board yet. I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
And I waited and I took Elijah Mitchell, of course. And then I got my guy later. But no, I hear you. I had a philosophy. I had the same in my other league, the 10-man, which is obviously easier to manage and do, but I had the same stack. So that's wonderful though to hear that. Xavier's probably happy.
With our draft, you can plan as much as you want. I had a whole, but when 4 tight ends go, and what is that, the second round? Like,
second round.
What? Like, no, hold things out the window. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing now. So, to be honest with you, you fucking completely threw me off. So, but yeah, 0-4, it is what it is.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. What is your thought on maybe not this league? Because I do like the redraft portion, but how do you feel about a dynasty?
I wouldn't mind it. The only it'd be tough with a 14-man.
No, it wouldn't be 14. This would be I think it'd be a separate league.
Okay.
And I'm a little worried that maybe we don't have the time, or obviously it wouldn't get the same attention as this league gets. But I saw so Downs when he was on, he was showing us he's in a dynasty league on the other side, and his team is stacked, man. Stacked. And that's I know with dynasty it can get like that, and like I'm trying to get that number 1 pick, and that whole aspect of it scares me, but I've always been down to try it. Where I think we should do it is in basketball.
Ooh.
I think that's the place to try it.
I think that's outside of if you get a 10-man, like you get 10 committed, because like that's another.
I know it's 12 every year and 2 don't try.
Yeah, so you got to get 10 guys that are going to try every year to make it worth it. You know what I mean?
Because you're right, dynasty is year round. There's no off. I mean, you maybe get like a month of off season or whatever.
There's off season, but like
it's not the same. You're still making trades. You're still making ads.
Your draft board looks insane. Like it's a whole nother level, right? So, I'm definitely interested. I'd do it from basketball tomorrow. Let's do it.
I
also
agree.
Shout out anybody who wants to do fantasy hockey. Me and Danny might be doing fantasy hockey this year.
That's coming up, right?
Oh yeah, I probably got to get it together this weekend. I think
I'll do it. I'm all in. We did it one year, and it was the year that Nate went first overall. He took Patrick. He took 88, and he got the MVP. It was amazing. Shout out to Nate on that. You were in that league, I believe.
Oh, dang.
I'm pretty sure you were. I think you were in that league. I did not do well. Goalies are tough. Goalies are really tough. They can be great one night and give up a ton the next night. It's just a whole different.
I'm a big fan of even for basketball, baseball, and hockey. I'm a big fan of roto leagues. So
there's no head to head.
No head to head.
Just put your stats up.
Put the best team together you can. Fuck with this week to week stuff. Like I just want grand total. Who drafted and had the best team all year? Most goals, who won all the categories. That's what I want.
Wow, rotisserie is a different animal.
I'd do that for football too, because then you remove weekly matchups completely. It's just who has the best team. Fuck weekly matchups. Who has the best team?
No, I hear you. You could still argue with your opponents and be like, wait, oh, you think you're taking my spot? And like I don't know, in steals, like you're never gonna touch my steals. That you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that is interesting to think about. The head-to-head categories with the 9-cat is a little difficult to value because I mean, some weeks you got these players who don't do these certain things, and then they do it, and then you lose the head-to-head. And you're like, if I was winning, it's
right. Like a guy sits for a week, and you're like, fuck, I just lost. I had to win this week, and I lost. But I'm a fan of Roto. All about him.
Let me know about the post it in the group me. I don't know who's all involved. I mean, a lot of these guys only do basketball. Maybe they'll do hockey, but I'm definitely down. I'll join.
Very chill. Very chill. Yeah, nothing very competitive.
Yeah,
we're just having a good time. Free. No money down. No need. Just having a good time.
I'm down. I would love to do that. What, are we going to the ESPN?
Probably ESPN. That's where I usually do it.
I use that.
I like ESPN.
I like it too.
Have we ever thought about transferring over to ESPN? Just in terms, like it would consolidate my life a little bit because basketball, all in one. Like I just got a random fantasy football app. Have we ever thought about as a league? I think that
didn't we
be
begin with ESPN? I thought we began.
Yeah, let's go back to ESPN. Why not? What's the difference? I'm throwing it out there.
If they would allow me to import all of the history,
we got the history. We got the data.
We have it's on the trophy.
Yeah, it's on the trophy. We got the data.
I wouldn't be opposed to that because then we really wouldn't even use the NFL app anymore. Yeah, it is probably troublesome for some folks. I know some people on Yahoo too. That's tough. But
no, get out of Yahoo. Yeah.
No, I hear you. Okay. Well,
some
any last words for Mr. Tony Velasquez, your opponent this week? 0-4, playing 1-3.
Tony, I wish you good luck. I don't think you need it. I hope that I come the right way. I hope I score 100 points and I do also win. But, I'm hopeful looking forward to the future. I am not, I'm concerned, but not overly concerned. I think I got a good shot of all you got to do is make the playoffs, and then the whole season starts over, in my opinion. So, who knows what's going to happen? I think I'm going to be there in the playoffs. I'm not missing the playoffs. Are you kidding me? I'm not missing the playoffs.
I don't think you have.
I'll trade the whole team away before I fucking miss the playoffs. It's not happening. I'll just start sending shit crazy. I don't even care. We're Hannigan style. Random. All right? Don't question it. Just push accept. All right? But yeah.
I just kind of wish you had Keenan Allen to head to head with the trade, but it's unfortunate. We knew what that trade was for. You're going later in the season. Your plan is playoff.
Yeah, I'm playing the long game, and hopefully it's either gonna work or I'm going 0 and fucking 15 or something ridiculous. Not winning a game.
No. Xavier was the one who went over, and then carried that on to next year.
Yeah, I hope I just need a win. I'm just hoping for a good. I'm waiting for the bye weeks. Hope I get lucky. Somebody has like 6 buys. I can wiggle out a win.
You just need to get hot. You need to get somebody to start the fire.
You gotta get the boys going. Yeah, that's it. That's all we gotta go. We just gotta turn the engine on. We haven't started. We've been sleeping all year. All right, everybody's getting a little late start. I might have overestimated how much the Kamara stuff might affect him, but we'll see. It's all right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not worried.
I have not lost hope in you. Okay, well, that'll wrap it up here. Second take, week 5.